I'm up above the city of Sparta today. It's behind me here. And I want to talk a little bit about the ancient city-state and its strategic location behind me. Have a look. That's the modern city of Sparta, essentially on the same location as the ancient city-state. And you can see that there's this broad, fertile plain that's surrounded on three sides by the mountains. So you've got Mount Parnonas on the east there. Taigetos is behind me here. Can't really see it. And then the Arcadian highlands are to the north. There's a river that runs through the area. It's the Evrotas River, and it runs on the east side, so on the opposite side of the city of Sparta from where I am. The ancient city-state was about 50 kilometers inland from the Aegean Sea. So in practical terms, what that meant was that the Spartans could focus on building the best army in Greece instead of focusing or splitting their resources between army and navy. And of course, in this setting, they weren't vulnerable to naval attacks. And the fertile agricultural plain meant a steady food supply, so the Spartans could sustain their population and their military without much trade. This fertile valley was mainly farmed by helots, who were enslaved people mostly from neighboring city-states or regions. So even Laconia itself, Laconia, or Messini, which is just next door. So what that meant for the Spartans in practical purposes was that if they were away fighting for too long, they had to worry about uprisings back here in Sparta. So how did the Spartans control this? They had a brutal, systematic approach to preventing helot uprisings because there were more. There were about 7-to-1 more helots than there were Spartans. And the system included intimidation, outright violence, and legal structures. And if an uprising did occur, which they did, the Spartans responded with overwhelming force. So even though these slaves were the ones who worked the land for the Spartans and provided food for them, they were continually kept under check.